enemy hero is casting a spell. Your magic shield is under normal strength. Victory is near.
Ready to serve. On my way. Yes, my lord. Ready to serve. On my way. On my way.
New Rome is falling apart, and it's time to put an end to the everlasting debates and squabbles. But without a strong leader, it all seems impossible. Iberacum needs a governor again, and this is your chance to persuade the Senate that the ideal candidate is you.
On my way. Ready to serve. On my way. On my way. Yes, my lord.
Rome is falling apart, and you decide to spend your time usefully until the Senate is convened. You go through your speech again and make a list of all your possible allies and enemies. The day before the session, almost every senator is in Iberacum, and only the Quintus delegation is missing. If you want to make some personal rounds of the noble families, this is the time. Who do you want to visit? Pompeius Messala greets you with a suspicious stare. He clearly doesn't like the timing of your visit, and he must wonder what you want from him right before such an important session in the Senate.
You are a bold man, with vision, I have to admit. Let's say I support your claim and you get elected as the new governor. What would you do in your new position as our fearless leader?
Now you realize that it all boils down to one thing. It's time to make some promises.
This all sounds very promising, Pompeius Messala says. Please continue. This all sounds very promising, Pompeius Messala says. Please continue. This all sounds very promising, Pompeius Messala says. Please continue.
Really, it sounds marvelous. In fact, it sounds almost too good to be true, he says with a crooked smile. Pompeius Messala does take his time. He ponders your offer thoroughly while you wait in silence. Finally, he looks at you and you know that he's made his decision.
Fine, I will support you in the Senate. I think that you could do great things as our new governor.
The day before the session, almost every senator is in Iberacum, and only the Quintus delegation is missing. If you want to make some personal rounds of the noble families, this is the time. Who do you want to visit? Cornelius Severus greets you with a diplomatic smile and listens to you with evasive politeness.
We both know that everything and everyone has a price,
he says finally. What is your offer?
It sounds like a reasonable offer, but I need something more substantial if you wish to gain the support of my whole family. I want you to promise me that Iberacum will remain a neutral town even after you are elected, and we will command the army that defends the town.
Cornelius Severus looks satisfied and assures you of his support. You leave his house in a good mood, although you are aware that despite his promises, he could still betray you if he finds it necessary. The day before the session, almost every senator is in Iberacum, and only the Senate is in session again. You wait until everybody is there, then you begin your inflammatory speech about the chaos in the provinces. You don't neglect to emphasize the threat from afar. You finish with a simple statement. This land needs a strong leader to survive. You. Whispering, questions, shouts, and loud demands fill the hall. The senators give each other confused looks. Your proposal is greeted hesitantly, but at least it is not directly refused. It's time to let your allies speak on your behalf. Pompeius Messala, much to your surprise, gives a very confident speech, without any exaggeration, but with a firm grasp of the grave situation that threatens New Rome. His words definitely make an impression on the Senate. Whispering, questions, shouts, and loud demands. Cornelius Severus is obviously a master of oratory. The way he depicts your deeds, it feels like he's talking about a true emperor destined to achieve greatness and glory. His speech will clearly help your cause tremendously. Whispering, questions, shouts, and loud demands fill the hall. The senators give each other confused looks. Your proposal is greeted hesitantly, but at least it is not directly refused. It's time to let your allies speak on your behalf. Suddenly Ovidius Caracalla jumps to his feet. You are taken aback when you hear his words. Senators of Iberacum, I must warn you, I'm convinced that Septimus Sulla bears the darkest curse of the gods. He is a danger to himself and a threat to the provinces of New Rome. He used to be a commander, but he led his legions into death. His family was too weak even to handle their own slaves, who rebelled and destroyed their lands. You feel the sour taste of fury in your mouth, but you know that it'd be useless to interrupt him in this uproar. And what about the mysterious plague that struck right after his election to the Senate? The gods must have warned us, but we didn't listen. Ovidius Caracalla roars. In his excitement, he grabs his goblet and sips from the wine. It's the perfect opportunity to interrupt him. I saved Roman lives during the Battle of Iberacum, you protest. But Ovidius Caracalla must have been prepared for this answer. Oh, you did? And you let hundreds of soldiers perish? The senators, however, don't look convinced. You've won this round. People fall around Sulla like flies. Darkness and tragedy follows his every step. Who knows what sad fate will befall Iberacum if he's the governor? Ovidius Caracalla pauses. Well, I know. Augur, stand forth and share your vision with us. The augur is trembling like a leaf. In a weak voice, he speaks of the vision from the gods that showed him the dark future, the mighty wall, a desolate battlefield, and hundreds of dead Romans, with you standing in the middle of the carnage. The augur casts a frightened glance at Ovidius Caracalla, then at you. After a long pause, he finally answers. The vision speaks clearly. Septimus Sulla has been cursed by the gods, and he will destroy us. He can barely finish the sentence in the sudden uproar. You suddenly realize that the chaos in this hall will soon engulf all the provinces, leading to a civil war in New Rome. You must win this war. The only question is, who will be on your side? You look around the angry faces and wonder how the heads of the families will decide. We will defy Septimus Sulla for Iberacum, roars Horatius Quintus, and all his allies repeat his shout. You've just lost the support of the Quintus legions. The Messalas slowly gather around you, showing their support to the entire Senate. You can count on them in the upcoming battles. Cornelius Severus shakes his head and turns his back on you. It's a clear sign to all his supporters and family members that he doesn't believe in you, and you cannot count on him in the coming battles. The die has been cast. War is coming to New Rome, a gruesome civil war that threatens to rip apart everything at the seams. With the savages at the borders, you don't have much time for these inner conflicts. You'll have to act as quickly as possible and put an end to all this.
Ignorant fools! You have done more for the province than all of them put together, and yet they refuse to see your true potential? It appears we'll have no choice but to make them see reason by force. To save New Rome, we must first strike down its enemies within. Prepare for war, Septimus.
Ready to serve.
Your magic shield is under normal strength. A gate was destroyed. Your spell was absorbed.
Fire!
The enemy has cast a spell. The enemy has cast a spell. A spell has been cast. The enemy hero is casting a spell. A spell was cast. The enemy has cast a spell. A spell has been cast. A spell has been cast. Your unit is going to die. A spell has been cast. The enemy has cast a spell. A spell was cast. The enemy has cast a spell. A spell has been cast. Unit is going to die. A spell has been cast. A spell was cast. A spell was cast. A spell has been cast. A spell was cast. The enemy has cast a spell. A spell has been cast. The enemy has cast a spell. A spell was cast. Your units are in danger. A spell was cast. Enemy units broke through the gate. The enemy has cast a spell. Your men are going to die. The enemy has cast a spell. The enemy has cast a spell. A spell has been cast. A spell has been cast. A spell was cast. Your unit is going to die. A spell was cast. The enemy has cast a spell. A spell was cast. The enemy has cast a spell. A spell has been cast. A spell was cast.
Yes, my liege. Ready to serve. Yes, my lord.
A spell was cast.
Fire! Fire!
A spell has been cast. A spell was cast. The enemy has cast a spell. Your soldiers are going to die. A spell was cast. Weather conditions changed. Your units are in danger. A spell was cast. Your soldiers are going to die. A spell has been cast. Your men are going to die. spell has been cast. A spell was cast. A spell was cast. A spell was cast.
Ave Septimus Sulla. We are here to report that the nobles, soldiers, and servants of the Quintus family have accepted your authority, even if somewhat reluctantly. They let us into their archives, where we found something that will surely interest you. There is evidence that the Quintus elders had obscure connections with a ferocious tribe of beastmen, and such legendary creatures could be very useful for our cause.
The sons of Romulus don't seem to welcome you too warmly. As you soon find out, they had an agreement with the Quintus family, but the Romans did not keep up their side of the bargain. The savages dare to demand compensation from you, and they don't care that you are not from the Quintus family. You have to tread softly, though, as far as you know, they are not your average wild men. sons of Romulus don't seem to welcome you too warmly.
Yes, my lord. On my way. On my way. On my way.
Weather conditions changed. Your magic shield is under normal strength. Weather conditions changed. Soldiers are going to die. A spell was cast. The enemy has cast a spell. The enemy has cast a spell. Your spell was absorbed. A spell was cast.
On my way. On my way.
The spearmen of Melahat are regarded as the best in the province. Your previous adventures gained you a loose alliance with the Druid of the Brigantes.
Yes, my lord. On my way.
Your magic shield is under normal strength. Your magic shield is fading. The enemy hero is casting a spell. A spell was cast. The enemy hero is casting a spell. A spell was cast. A gate was destroyed. A spell was cast. A spell has been cast. The enemy hero is casting a The enemy hero is casting a spell. Your units are in danger. The enemy hero is casting a spell. Your soldiers are going to die. The enemy hero is casting a spell. A spell has been cast. The enemy hero is casting a spell. Your units are in danger. The enemy hero is casting a The enemy hero is casting a spell. The enemy hero is casting a spell. A spell has been cast. A spell has been cast. The enemy hero is casting a spell. A spell was cast. The enemy has cast a spell. Your magic shield is fading.
Your quest has taken you into the forgotten corners of the land, and it was inevitable that you would discover artifacts that I created a long time ago to defend Eboracum. Like the scroll you've just found. Now I'm going to let you in on my little secret. You must have thought that the wall was my masterwork, but I also made preparations in case it wouldn't hold. So I built the Colossuses and sent them to sleep in the middle of your city. They are sheer arcane might, bound to stone, and they'll serve you with blind obedience. I crafted 3 scrolls that grant power over these majestic constructs. You have to find these scrolls.
Yes, my liege. Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord.
Senator Sula, the Civil War is over. The remaining members of the Senate assure you of their absolute support, and the citizens of the capital stand behind you as well. You are now free to begin your work as Governor of Eboracum. May your deeds restore the glory of our province. Ave!
You'll soon face enemies who make the weak-hearted run in fear. You need soldiers who can face such dangers, and I know where you can find these legendary warriors. You've heard of the 9th Legion, have you not? They were the elite, the best of the best who ever walked this land. They disappeared beyond the wall, but I know precisely where they went. and how you can find them.